Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to episode 5 of our Destiny Trials Guide. Joining me this week, finally, is Matt.
What's up?
And then also, for the first time, we have our other Trials teammate who we play with a lot, Primal.
How's it going, guys?
Alright, and the reason we wanted Primal to get on here for the first time is because he is like a great user of shotguns. And usually we kind of focus on snipers because Matt and I run snipers a lot. But Primal is like probably one of the best shotgun rushers and like strategic shotgun users I've ever seen. So he's going to give you guys some insight on how to use a shotgun on a very sniper-heavy map. So just getting right into this, Primal, what are some things that you like to do whenever you start off on round 1?
Round 1. First, I'll just follow up with the sniper, see where they're rushing at. If they pick an orb, strategically run straight at it. Just do not be in any open spots to where you can get hit from the side. And never leave your teammates behind. Like, you got to stick with them.
Yeah, so you're saying if you get an orb or if they get an orb?
If we get an orb.
Okay,
if they
so
get
basically,
an orb, try to hang back.
Yeah, if you guys, basically what he's saying is if you get a kill, don't just like rush up to it because there's so many sniper lanes in this map. You kind of want to fight your way to that orb while keeping it in your sights.
Yeah. And, hey, Primal, can you go over some of the line of sights and some of the how to clutch with a shotgun if you really need to, and what kind of decisions can go on, like if you're the last guy left, if you're not the last guy left, when you're tactically moving forward towards someone?
All right. So best way to ever clutch anything with a shotgun is to try to lure them into a building. Using a Titan and a Warlock is the easiest because the best thing to do is to float above a doorway because the enemy will usually always rush underneath you, and when they do, just shotgun them from up top. You can wipe out a whole team like that easy, or single it down to just one guy who will run away.
Yeah, I've seen him do this.
Well.
And if you guys are gonna say like teams don't just rush you, like usually a team will send one person in there to check out what you're doing, and if he can get that one kill, getting one kill when you're in a 3v1 situation or a 2v1 situation is so critical because then they have to worry about reviving that guy and oh shit, this guy might kill the rest of us too, so we got to play a little more defensively. And that can be the difference. That can be the difference, and the only thing you need to be able to push your team's orbs. Because if you get one kill, then they're going to be put off balance, and they're going to be thinking like, "Oh shit, we got to get in there and save this guy, or we got to just hold the capture point or something." And they're not going to be as focused on your teammates' orbs as they would be if it was just a 3v1 and you weren't doing anything.
Yeah. And I can remember distinctly, most of the time that me and John went down, we ended up winning because Primal, he would run in a building. He would knock out one guy basically as a free kill, and usually if one guy comes in, another guy's going to try coming in another door. And he usually, that's the fight you have to win. So he'd win that fight, and then there's only one guy left. He'd go for our orbs, and it'd be a reset.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways to come back from a 3v1, and the first step is you have to win one battle. Don't think about it as getting overwhelmed and thinking you have to like beat 3 people by yourself. Just take it one at a time. You have to win one battle. And I didn't show that just here, but I was kind of playing terribly in the beginning of this match. All right, so I was going to talk about some sniping lanes and sniping positioning because this map is super sniper heavy. And you can kind of see off the start, I have like several routes I've been taking, and so you guys can just watch and learn from that. The main sniper route a lot of people use is right here where I'm looking at top of the stairs. So if they spawn up there, they'll be sniping down into the courtyard. So you can kind of see where they're going to be pushing. And what a lot of teams will do, if they get a kill on you from their first position, they're going to push back into that first position. So if I get out-sniped, I kind of make a mental note of where he was. And then in the next round, I beat him to that like sightline positioning, and I put my reticule right where his head is going to be. And as he's jumping up or like sliding into position, I'll just like pull his head off. And so learning from like your mistakes and your positioning is like a huge key to like coming back from like rounds lost.
Mm-hmm. And talking about some of the sniper lanes, John, can we go over? There's 3 main sniper lanes.
Let's talk about it after the heavy round, since we're on heavy round. Why don't we ask Primal?
Go ahead.
Primal, go ahead, and you have a really good theory on this map for heavy.
Well, regardless of just this map, heavy round to me is a 50-50 chance. Either you're going to hit them or they're going to hit you, and it can go either way. So what I always do is I always rush them, no matter what. Don't rush into the typical ways that everyone else does, because they're expecting you to come from directions, such as here. People always rush from the far left where you were just looking at with the truth, right there where that guy is.
Yeah.
And they'll be waiting for you with a sniper rifle. So the best thing on this map would be is either run up the stairs where the primary sniper's position is, right there to your right.
Like up there where the top hut is.
Yes, where the top hut is, and just try to pick one or two of them. Like, even if you die, because if you can pick off two of them while they have heavy, then that's two people with less heavy. You know, it increases your chances.
And on top of that, sometimes teams will actually stall and wait to get the revives before they get their heavy, or their heavy, and that gives your chance that already has heavy a massive push.
Yeah, it just gives you more time. It just buys you time before they get their heavy. Yeah. Agreed.
And so it usually, even if Primal only got one guy and then died, we would usually have the setup to make up for it. Generally, we'd be able to go and get him back up before we got pounded by rockets.
Because normally, even if I die, if I were to drop one of them, they would hang up back to pick up that one dude, and by that time, you guys are already picking me up while the other guys are already launching a rocket at him.
Yeah.
So it just gives us more of a positive control on the win, rather than us just trying to defend ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about the 3 big sniper lanes now.
Go for it.
So the first one, I think John already talked about on that stairs. That's the biggest one by far. Everybody always seems to go.
There's like a 95% chance in the first round that you're going to see a head there.
Yeah. And so there's that one, that's a big one. And there's the truck lane, the outside, we call it the road.
Yeah, where Sugar is sitting right now.
And
this would be a heavy sniper lane.
Then there's the one on, if you're spawning on bottom looking up, it's
where
the one on the very left. It's
where Primal was talking about.
Yeah, it's that sniper lane, and those are the big 3 sniper lanes. You should, if you have 2 snipers on your team, you should have one of each on those, because if they push one of you and you die, you can usually make up for it.
Yeah. And we're not saying hard scope, because hard scoping isn't, like, everyone thinks like sniper on this map just hard scope, but like if you just watch like a sniper play on this map, like you can't be sitting in your scope because there's so many angles. So you have to like position yourself in a way, like you see how I'm sitting against a wall. I know they can only come in front and behind me, and I know my teammates are behind me, so I can just like keep my reticule focused on the front.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's a lot of positions like that on this map, which is why I love this map.
And this particular map is big enough that they can sneak around you without showing up on the radar.
Yeah.
So scouting out and kind of patrolling these lanes is very important, because if they all push one lane and you guys didn't know it, 9 times out of 10, they're going to destroy you, especially if they go on that heavy lane side. The one I was talking about, I'd call it on the left. If they rush down that lane and they get on the little sniper perch next to the church, that's a bad situation. That's a really bad situation, especially if you're at bottom.
Yeah. Which is also a good thing, because, like, I mean, a good thing to talk about is, even though we just said there's 3 main sniper lanes, there's probably like 30 sniper angles on this map. And if you, the reason I chose this video to talk over is that we kind of stopped using the main sniper lanes because we were just losing our battles, and I was like, all right, guys, we need to play a lot slower. And I was like picking my positioning a little bit better, and we were able to overwhelm this team and start winning rounds. And so even if you're down 4-1 or 4-0 on a team that's just like, it seems like they have like perfect sniper control of the map, it's not true, because you can always find angles where they won't be able to see you first, and you can get a kill first. And getting 1 kill is pretty much round over if you have good teamwork.
Yeah, and because this map is so big, watching orbs with your sniper rifle is a little bit more important than actually getting everybody on that orb this time around. Wasn't true of some of the other maps. Some of the other maps you wanted to get on that orb and you wanted to control it in a safe manner. This one, if you drop somebody, you really want to watch that orb. Maybe you can pick off another teammate while he's going for the revive and let your teammates do the rest of the work.
And we talked about this earlier too, but if they kill you out in the open, don't be a bad teammate and just blind rush the orb, grab an overshield from the revive and run away and leave your teammates sitting there like a duck for a revive snipe. You have to fight your way to your teammates' orbs to give them a fighting chance at survival.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have one guy down and they don't have any deaths, you need to win a battle before you can get your teammate up if they're out in the open. Because otherwise you're just going to have 3 snipers or 2 snipers just like sitting there waiting on the res snipe.
And I think Primal wanted to talk about this, of the openness of the map and being very careful about that. He uses a shotgun, so he has to be very, very aware of exactly where he is.
Primal, how would you move? Yeah.
Like, say right here where you're sniping up right now. If you drop somebody up there, I would jump to the wall on the right. Just be up against it. So, say the orbs were close to the staircase. If somebody rushes in, I'm gonna jump over, throw a grenade, to push them back. Just kind of keep control of it while and by that time you'd be in this position right here to be shooting people, like backing me up, and I'll be ready to rush to the mid. It's just being able to keep people from pushing forward for revives and gaining control of that area again, because that's where we were going to be primarily focused since you already dropped one person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so kind of like controlling the line of sight. So like keeping your line of sight very small and their line of sight of you very small, so they don't have like a big like long time to see before you can even get to them, pretty much.
And you hear us talking about this right lane, or this lane that they're on right now a lot. The reason is because even though there's 3 lanes, I'd say about 75% of the battles are fought, lost, and won right here.
It's because this top hut is the ultimate like fighting spot, because you can control, like shooting down on people is a lot harder. I mean, a lot easier than shooting back up.
Yeah.
So even if you spawn bottom, if you can't beat a team on the right, try and push left and work your way up to that top right area, because that's really the strong part of the map and the best part of the map to control, in my opinion.
Yeah. And I think that's about it. Did you want to talk about the sniper confidence, overconfidence, underconfidence, and challenging them?
I kind of touched on that. I was like, if you lose a sniper battle, don't go to the same place thinking you're gonna out.
Don't ever keep going to the same place.
Yeah, pick a different angle, and then just keep, he might be pushing the same angle, so keep an eye out for it. But pick a different angle to try and challenge him at.
Yeah. And this is
right, guys.
This is even if you're getting constantly body shot too. You don't have to just die, but yeah, you get it.
Yeah, but all right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed Primal talking a little bit about shotguns on this very sniper-heavy map. But we will be making another video next week. And if you guys have any questions, leave it in the comments, and we'll try and talk about it. But yeah, that should be it for this week. Thank you guys for listening.
Peace.
Have a good one.